Brenda with Saskatchewan, and I'm in Humboldt, and we are doing the Freedom Rally. I'm across the street. We'll be going up for some speeches in a little bit. We'll catch you on the speeches there. Look at some of these signs. We have a wonderful bunch out in Humboldt, and wide awake. They are searching for solutions. Freedom! I'll be handing out a bunch of flyers this afternoon. We also are fighting for our seniors, their rights. Every grandma and grandpa, anybody that has a grandma or grandpa or an uncle or a dad or a mom in a nursing home, just think of the isolation techniques that they're using to keep us away from our families and to keep them away from their families. That is cruel, unusual punishment. It's right up there with war crimes against humanity. But there is a solution, Saskatchewan, and that's constitutional conventions for a real constitution in Saskatchewan, not a Constitution Act. Let's end this. Band together. All we have to do is stick together, people. End the lockdowns. No social distancing. No masks.
Defiled.
Hello. We're going to go by and view. I'm Facebook Live. I'm going to the end of the line and I'm going to start talking to people. Hi. I'm Saskatchewan with Facebook Live here. Do you have anything you'd like to tell our audience?
Freedom counts. Try and.
Okay, you know what? The first time I was in front of one of these things, I couldn't talk. I had lots to say, but couldn't think of a thing. So, thank you for coming out.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, I never thought I'd see a time where so many people were so afraid of dying, they were willing to stop living. How true, how true.
And there's on the back too.
Yes to freedom, no to masks. I agree. I'm talking about the isolation that our grandparents and our parents some of our grandparents are in the nursing homes. They're only allowed 2 visitors per week, and it has to be the same 2. So, could you imagine your grandma being in the nursing home and you not being able to see her?
I'm kind of, as harsh as this is to say, I'm glad that she is kind of dead during this time.
That's not harsh. You know what? My mom's gone too, and I'm glad she's not here to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Grandpa or?
Yeah, my grandpa is gone too. I didn't know him, but I knew my grandma.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And so, what do you think that they would be feeling if they couldn't see you?
I think they would be depressed, and because I was close to my grandma, and I slept over at her house a lot.
Yeah. And if she couldn't see you, yeah. Well, thank you for talking to me.
Thanks for having me.
Mass poverty is far more deadly than COVID. Do you have anything that you would like to tell people? At all?
I'm shy, camera.
Okay, yeah, I am too. That's why on my feeds I never take a picture of myself. I just don't do selfies. So I just interview people.
Yeah.
I want my country back. Don't we all? Don't we all? Silenced? Pardon? Our freedom is very important.
I think people just need to wake up and educate themselves.
Apparently, my body choice only applies if you want to kill your child. Thank you. What a profound statement. Do you have anything else you'd like to say? No? Isolating seniors.
It's criminal. Dad wants to hug me. Absolutely. Absolutely. And only having one family member being able to visit, that's insane.
We've only got in ours. It's two now. After I've been doing these seniors advocating things, I'm finding that different nursing homes have different rules.
It all depends on the knock at the door.
Well,
That's what I find. And even in the stores. Some stores you can walk right into. Other stores, they got somebody that wants to do virtual signaling and pretend that they're God over you, and you can't go in.
Well, here's the thing. Our poor
But they're scared. They're just scared.
our poor parents or grandparents or, they only want family, and then they can't see all of them. It's a war crime, Thank you.
I actually agree. To me, it's the biggest crime right now is what's happening. And it's going to happen to all of us eventually, but they're the first victims.
Well, they're going after our children and our elderly. Yep. The most vulnerable in our society, right? And then they hold us hostage to those feelings. Oh, you have to protect them. Well, no, we have to hug them.
And then there's all those seniors that are sitting in their homes or lining up saying, I'd rather die of COVID
Yes.
than die alone.
Yeah.
You're going to die of something.
Yeah. I agree. Hello. No longer a spectator. The time to stand up is now. Does anybody have something that they'd like to say? No? We're going to have speeches pretty soon. Okay, stay tuned for speeches. We'll see you in about 15 minutes.